What up, my man of society? It is your host with the most, Shadow Loke, back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and are subscribed to the channel. That is how you help my channel get into the algorithm. I would highly appreciate if you go ahead and do that. Don't forget it's free. It don't cost anything. Join the man of society. Now, one of the things I wanted to talk about was racial injustice, right? Because it is a real thing and it does occur, even though there's people who are in denial or say that us who don't know how to stand up to our problems, this is something that we concoct or imagine, but that is something that really doesn't occur, right? But that we're looking for excuses, right? And obviously somebody who doesn't live or never, walked in our shoes is going to say that, right? Because um, they have no idea and never experienced these kind of things, and, for them to see what it truly is, right? But those who live in the ghettos or come from these areas that's full of minorities, you understand the struggles and planks that we have to go through, right, on a day to day. Whether it's financially, whether it's um, with law enforcement, whether it's just trying to um, succeed, right, financially wise, success, right? It's a battle for minorities, right? And there was this individuals I was having a conversation with, right? He was one of those ignorant types, right? Who said, "Oh, great, another cholo acting like he knows what he's talking about and with the woo, right? Calling me that I'm dumb and that I don't know what I'm talking about and with the woo, right? Because apparently, since I made some bad choices and I'm a gang member, that it's impossible for me to actually have educated myself and for me to actually display some type of interest in the subjects in which I talk about, right? So therefore, it's impossible for me to have any knowledge in what I'm speaking, right? Which is ignorance at its finest, right? Um, but then again, he says that there's no such thing as racial injustice, right? uh, it's crazy how people speak, and yet they can't see the shit that comes out of their mouth, right? Um, you know, we people do look at minorities some type of way, right? I never understood why, right? I see everybody the same. I don't see color, right? If a crime is committed and there's people of every ethnicity there, to me, you guys are all guilty equally. You know what I mean? Just because there's a Hispanic in the room or something like that doesn't mean that he's gonna get special treatment or I'm gonna see him any more innocent than the rest. No, all of you guys are guilty the same, bro. Like, why would I give you the benefit of the doubt just because we're the same skin color? No, it's not how the world works. Um, you get what I'm saying? But people have pride, right? And since they have something in common with these individuals, they choose to play favoritism, right? Because they're looking to create some kind of connection or bond, or feel like they have some connection and bond, right? Um, right. So you're already segregating and creating groups like that, right? You're already separating, right? You know the picture. And I feel like a lot of these groups that try to help or look for peace do that, right? Black Panthers, Brown Parades, right? And other groups, right? Um, the Asian United or something like that. I forgot what it was called. And or like the white movement, or white power, or white unity, or Aryan unity. But they always use those keywords to separate, right? You're already separating. So how could you be marching for peace or want peace and already causing division, bro? You know what I mean? By you slapping those titles on there, now people can't, now you're telling pretty much people that, oh, you can't join the cause, or that you're not a part of our group, right? Because of this, right? Um, there's never a one whole push of for peace or unity in general, right? It's always cut into groups, yet they want peace, right? Because then now one group is gonna feel more inferior and then people's prides get in the way and stuff like that. So it's already gonna stir up all kinds of stuff, right? What happened with the Black Lives Movement? And it's not the same like when the whites were having their movements and these minority groups felt some type of way, right? Um, but that's what happens when you already causing division, right? Um, and the thing is that people feel like these groups use that as an excuse, like that Black Lives Matter. Like anytime anything happens, that they use that to try to hide behind it, right? Uh, Feeling like, well, white people feeling like, well, we at one point were enslaved as well, right? And so were Hispanics and Native Americans. So they don't see the difference. The thing is that although this is true, this wound is fresh, bro. It hasn't even been that long, bro, that we're talking about here, right? Not only that, but look how society is built, right? Where, whites are, up here and minorities are down here, bro. So it's not the same dynamics, bro. It would be different if, it was equal, but it's not. So therefore it doesn't work the same, right? Because since, they're up here, it trickles down, right? So you're gonna get, more of the benefit. You're gonna how can I say, you're gonna be rewarded with the benefits more likely than these individuals, right? But yet they say that it's all fair and equal, but there is no equality here. You know what I mean? There clearly is favoritism. You know, the white people will get the benefit of the doubt, and you see it in the ghettos, right, with law enforcement and stuff like. And it goes into their training. I mean, it has already came out, that this to be so, right, by law enforcement themselves, right? The whole court system, justice system in itself, right? Not only that, but even business in itself, right? Like the housing marketing and all of that, right? How they would sell more to Caucasian and not to minorities, right? So I mean, you can't even say that these individuals have absolutely no evidence, to back up their statements, right? And not only that, but the countless tests, right, that they were doing on African Americans, well, minorities in general, right, but more African Americans, all these scientific, for research, right, all these tests, that they weren't aware of, right? They were injecting them with sexual diseases and diseases themselves, right, to see what would happen, right? Without these people's knowledge, bro. And you can't even say that that's a lie, because I mean, you can go look this up, bro. This is not a conspiracy theory. These are facts, bro. And even in behind the prison systems, these individuals were getting tested on, right? They were doing all kinds of experiment on these individuals. You can't even say that that's a lie either, right? And a majority were minorities, more blacks than anything else. But see, people are not aware of this information, right? They don't know that this information exists or that this stuff has happened, right? So they feel like these individuals have no merit in what they're talking about, bro. But if you actually educate yourself on the sick shit and crazy shit that the government has done to these individuals, then you will see it a little bit different, right? Knowledge is power. Educate yourself, because these individuals are only going to want to show you what they want to show you. But like they say, the information's out there. It's not their fault that people don't educate themselves on it. That's how they look at it, right? Sad, really, But these individuals have every right in white to complain. And because if you notice, a lot of people that fight for the rights of these individuals are individuals who are educated, who go to college, and who feed themselves knowledge, because they educate themselves, because they are aware of these incidents. They are aware of this knowledge, right? Compared to the average Joe who really doesn't look into that kind of stuff. It don't interest them. So they don't know that these things have occurred. So they feel like these people are complaining and crying over nothing. Like I said, educate yourself. Don't speak on what you don't know. But like I said, if people want peace, all this separation, with things like brown pride and white power and black lives, all those titles have to be removed, bro, because, you're already causing division like that. And forever, if you have division, you will never have peace. Why unite one group of people when you should unite all people? Why unite one group of people if your mission is to clash with the other group of people? Then how is your mission peace? You get what I'm saying? I believe in humanity as a whole, not individuals, like ethnicities. Because this is just merely a skin color. It don't make you smarter, faster, stronger, none of that, bro. It is merely just a color. That's it. All our cultures are beautiful. All our cultures are unique. All our cultures are special. And everybody has something good to bring to the table. And of course, all our groups have individuals who are slimy scumbags and, you know, the worst of the worst. But they had to exist in every ethnicity. Just like the greatest of greats exists in every ethnicity. Something to think about it. But that's overall my, um, thoughts on the subject. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments. Shadow, we out.